Hello and welcome to the National Debate. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, we're in the thick of the action of the 2026 poll thriller, and the exit polls have sprung up several surprises which have put all the contenders on the edge. In West Bengal, most pollsters are projecting a slender victory for the BJP, a state where the party has never come to power. A victory here would further weaken the anti-BJP forces in the country with the fall of one of the strongest anti-Modi voices. In Tamil Nadu, it's still anyone's election as pollsters have largely predicted a DMK victory. But many have also projected a strong opening for Vijay's TVK. Could that completely alter national politics as well? Or could the DMK return to power and become one of the leading voices of the India bloc? Further, what's the future of the India bloc itself following these polls? After all, we saw how Rahul Gandhi attacked some of his own India bloc allies in the build-up to the polls and wasn't even seen on stage with Stalin during the Tamil Nadu campaign. So how does the 2026 thriller affect the national picture? That's what we are going to be decoding today on the National Debate. Let me introduce our panelists here in the studio. We have with us R.P. Singh, who's national spokesperson of the BJP. Also with us is Subhrashtra, founder of the CHURM. JVC Sriram is with us, political strategist. Also with us here in the studio is Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist. Ashutosh Mishra is a senior journalist joining us from inside the studio. From outside with us is Pugar Gandhi, national spokesperson of the DMK. We have with us Gayatri Raghuraman, leader of the AIDMK. Felix Gerald is spokesperson of the TVK. And Anirban Banerjee, spokesperson of the TMC, joining us from Kolkata. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us, but let's quickly go across the first talking point that we are going to be debating. The larger issue over the fight relating to the exit polls itself. Just look at how these exit polls have been stacked up for West Bengal. Just two polls that are giving a majority as far as the TMC is concerned. One of them is, of course, Janmat, 195 to 205. People's Pulse saying 177 to 187, both for the TMC. For the BJP, on the other hand, is 80 to 90 Janmat and 95 to 110 says People's Pulse. But if you look at the other exit polls, they are by and large giving it to the BJP, saying the BJP will be in a position to form the government. Today's Chanakya going as high as 181 to 203 for the BJP. The CPM and the Congress by and large seem to be drawing a blank. Just one of them, Janmat, gives 1 to 3 for the CPM and Congress getting one seat as far as People's Insight is concerned. So this is as far as the West Bengal polls are concerned. Let's quickly bring up the next set of graphics if we can. Look at what really has happened as far as the poll polls. This is Tamil Nadu. And in Tamil Nadu, clearly, of course, as far as the numbers are concerned, there are three trends that are broadly observed in these exit polls. Now, there are at least, when it comes to TVK, these two polls, or these three polls rather, which are giving TVK a huge edge. There's People's Insight, which is saying 30 to 40. Today's Chanakya, which says 52 to 75, an aggregate of 63. And there is, of course, Axis India, the much talked about outlier, 98 to 120 for the TVK. We see be within striking distance of forming a government over there. But by and large, all of them, the others, are giving it to the DMK in terms of the actual numbers in Tamil Nadu. So what really are the key national takeaways? BJP is clearly in a position to expand its footprint across India, especially in eastern India if it wins West Bengal. A BJP win in West Bengal would further boost its Lok Sabha poll prospects and numbers. Also, is it a boost to BJP's Rajya Sabha numbers with Bengal's 16-seat addition? That's a big question indeed. TMC's loss will weaken India bloc's unity as well. Are we likely to see Congress, in fact, expanding in Kerala but unlikely to face, or is it likely to face rather setbacks in other states of the country is a big question. Modi's popularity seen as a major factor driving BJP's performance across India, and women voters emerging as a key support base for BJP across different states of India as well. Let's quickly open this up, and I want to take this across to our guests and begin with the state of West Bengal. What are we likely to see in West Bengal? Anirban Banerjee, overwhelming majority of the exit polls are giving it to the BJP. Some have predicted a TMC sweep, but by and large it's going towards the BJP. What's the reason behind this, in your view, Anirban?
The frank answer is the share market and the Satta Bazaar. And the diplomatic answer is they have to do their job because they have been, most of them have probably been bought up by the BJP. Because what we have seen for the exit polls in the last, say, 3 elections, for that matter, even in 2021, these were almost the same numbers, with the BJP being predicted at 120, 130 odd seats. Even in 2024, they predicted BJP to be somewhere around 30 seats, that is Lok Sabha seats. And both of those elections, they predicted that Trinamool to be some just crossing the majority mark or some under the majority mark. And in 2024, basically TMC had a wash-off, if I had to believe the exit polls. And most importantly, for the entire country's projection, BJP had already crossed the 400 mark. And what we saw was a huge jump, a spike in the share markets, some of the leaders making huge profits, etc. And then after the results were out, the share markets were back to normal and everything. Okay. So therefore, the honest answer is, it's the Satta market, it's the share market, it's all those kind of shady dealings going on. And the exit pollsters, they are playing their part. Okay. In West Bengal, if this exit poll
Let me put that question to RP Singh. RP Singh, the question that TMC will say is that, I mean, he is notwithstanding what he's saying regarding the Satta Bazaar, share market, etc. It is a fact that in the last assembly polls also in West Bengal, overwhelming majority of the pollsters gave it to the BJP, but BJP was not able to form the government in that situation. How do we know that's not the case this time around as well? Is perhaps a valid question going from what I.N.D.I.A. is saying.
Madhav, I have two things to say here. One, I was on ground in Bhawanipur itself, and I have a picture which probably your cameraman can show it here, if we can zoom in here. A picture of empty seat, vacant seats in Mamata Banerjee's rally. And it's not fake, it's not AI. I can send you a picture, please, you can have it verified again.
What does it show?
This empty seats.
Empty seats, okay.
In the Mamata Banerjee's Nukkad meeting, not a public rally, Nukkad meeting in Bhawanipur. So this is the state of affairs as far as the ground goes. Otherwise also, you have just seen last 2 days itself, yesterday also, the sort of panic which is there in TMC. I mean, oh, the EVMs are being rigged, the strong room is being tempered. I mean, all this is a panic mode. Otherwise, I mean, everyone knows that everything is on a CCTV footage. Everyone can see that. But no, you have to create alibi, or you have to create reasons after, how do you face the people after you lose election? So she is already building up her face after losing election, as per me.
Okay. Is that what's happening? In your view, Ashutosh Mishra, that Mamata Banerjee is already trying to find an alibi, as RP Singh says?
Two things I would like to say here. First of all, what Anirban said, I would like to add to that. One of the exit pollsters said that 70 to 80% of the voters are unwilling to talk to the exit pollsters. So I would take the exit polls with a truckload of salt. I have that down. And when Mr. Singh talks about panic, we are also seeing videos where BJP workers are stopping trucks and saying that EVMs are being changed and this and that. Why is that happening? I mean,
where have EVMs being changed?
Where were they?
There is examples, please.
There is a I don't remember the place, but there is a Sardarji who is stopping up TMC.
Sardarji in West Bengal?
Yes, in Bengal.
Yeah.
In West Bengal.
I'll tell you that. His name is Bittu.
Okay.
You're right. I wanted you to comment on that. His name is Bittu. He's from Bhawanipur. He's next to that Balwant Ka Dhaba. There's a scene. There was a truckload of TMC worker being carried. He said, you can't allow this to happen. I mean, for the strong, after election, carrying them toward the strong room. So that's why he said, we won't allow this to happen. So there's no panic. I mean, it's a very genuine concern.
So if
the panic is Mamata Banerjee is saying that I'll go and halt and then be stationed at the counting center.
Okay.
So if you just let me complete what I was saying.
Yeah, let Anirban come in because it's a TMC specific point. I want him to come in on this. Yes, Anirban.
For a bit. Just 2 points. First of all, Mr. RP Singh is complaining about TMC workers gathering outside the strong room, etc. But whatever it might be, they are all from Bengal. What we have seen from the BJP members, there's a person, his surname is some Prajapati, he's from Gujarat. On camera, yes, I am from Gujarat. This is a free country, therefore I can go anywhere. This is on camera, and he's a RSS person. He was distributing leaflets of the RSS and etc. Worked for the BJP. He's not even a resident of West Bengal, but he has come to West Bengal as if he has
campaigning
from outside the state. And number two, just a minute, don't panic, sir. Don't panic. Number two is, if the don't panic, sir. Don't panic. You are not going to become the minister in West Bengal. Don't panic. Point number two is, if the BJP is so sure of the exit polls and their own performance, my Honorable Prime Minister had stated that you vote for me. Even in an assembly election, he's asked the people to vote for him. Fine. Will he commit on camera that if BJP does not win the election, if the people do not vote for him, if they have not voted for him, will he resign from the Prime Minister's post? Will he take that challenge?
You know, I think this argument, of course, you've heard many times. Subrasha, you want to come in on this argument coming in, Prime Minister should resign if we lose West Bengal? I mean, we've seen many state assembly elections before. Winning or loss does not mean that the Prime Minister resigns. I've not heard of this before.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's that classic BJP versus TMC conversation, Madhav, that has been going on ever since the elections were announced. So let me not get there. I think identity and governance was largely has largely been Mamata Banerjee's narrative, and she was able to control the narrative for quite some time, except in the last few weeks of the elections, where BJP pushed back on her sort of stand on Bengali subnationalism and gave an alternate model of Bengali nationalism by invoking all kinds of icons. Now the problem is cultural legitimacy. This election has primarily been about cultural legitimacy in Bengal. Who is the authentic Bengali? I do think Mamata Banerjee still has an edge there. However, these kind of conversations about, you know, strong rooms and war rooms, etc. Look, I've been in the business of political consulting for too long to put it out that there are minute level coordination needed till the time results are announced. So of course people are going to, you know, man the strong room, and this is very wrong on part of TMC to say that workers were flown in from XYZ, cities or states to do so. I mean, genuinely India is a free country. We have freedom of movement in this country. One can campaign for anybody, anywhere. And I don't need to tell TMC the kind of political consultants they have hired. And if we were to, pin down and ask them to reveal the sub-regional identity of each one of them, they are going to be there for a shock.
Okay.
What Mamata Banerjee has, there are a lot of merits to Mamata Banerjee's governance, and one can, neutrally talk about that.
Okay. I want to bring in Rashid. Rashid, is this in this rush to, make it about Bengali identity, Bengali pride, language, food habits, whatever we've seen through this campaign, is this now taking things a bit too far? Because at the end of the day, if he says that people are coming from other states to campaign, it's a free country, as she says. There's nothing illegal or wrong about it.
But Madhav, we must understand that regional aspiration is a very legitimate, right of a citizen or a political party, and it's there. It was there when Mr. Narendra Modi raised the bogie of Gujarati Asmita. And it was there in full display, and it benefited him. So what is good for Mr. Narendra Modi in Gujarat is bad for Mamata Banerjee in Bengal. So there are double standards.
No one's saying that, of course. Everyone is entitled to say that, but
absolutely.
How far will you stretch that example?
See, there are in elections, there are certain protocols are there on the day of polling and election. The outsiders are not supposed to be there. Perfect. In fact, they're supposed to leave that place.
Perfect.
All these things are there.
After that.
This is where...
But what after that? After polling?
After polling, that is where the election commission comes in. What is the rationale when the voting has taken place on 29th? What is the point of, having a, vote count on the 4th of May? Why so much of rest day? In the 5-day test matches also now there is a rest day.
No, but that has been, there about 3 to 4 days is normally the gap that is there.
No, but why?
In fact, last year there was 1 month.
No,
in fact, last time between Kerala election, there was about a month's gap. People in Kerala were complaining, why is there 1 month, why should we wait?
Absolutely.
So 4 to 5 days, I don't think it's such a big deal.
Look, I'm not contesting that. When I'm saying when the elections are over on 29th, when we have a EVM counting machine, the election counting should have taken place in next 48 hours. There is no explanation.
Let me bring in JVC.
This gives a kind of for chaos.
To the best of my knowledge, it requires about 24 hours, particularly from rural areas, to ensure that it reaches a strong room. And
makes it
similarly to reach the counting day. Yes, but JVC, okay, is that a valid question at all towards the conduct of election?
I don't think. See, probably according to what we have seen in the last, say, several years, the counting should have happened on Sunday. It has been shifted by 1 day, Monday. And there could be some reasons for it. And I don't know what is the reason. Because if you look at it, no, it's nothing of that kind. What happens is, even in Maharashtra, Delhi, I'm talking about Bihar, all these places, Wednesday, the voting ended. Saturday or Sunday, the results came. Now here, the Wednesday, the voting ended. And probably by Monday, they're doing it. I'm not seeing I also don't know why. I was also expecting a Sunday results. But it is Monday. That should not be a big issue. Making it a big issue when development is in the backward As far as Bengal is concerned, there are so many issues which are there. And unfortunately, this election is being fought on issues which are non-issues. What are they talking about? If BJP comes to power, fish will be banned. Fish will be banned.
We have separate of our guests joining us from Tamil Nadu as well. Let's quickly get in our guests from Tamil Nadu as well and quickly bring them in on the national picture as well as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. I'm going to come across first and foremost to Puducherry Gandhi of the DMK. Puducherry Gandhi, this is an election in which Vijay is going to make a splash, is what several exit polls are predicting. Each of them has a different number. We don't know what the final number will be. But is that splash of Vijay is going to hurt the DMK in this poll? Your analysis.
Thanks, Madhav. We are giving undue importance to Vijay's entry. Vijay is an actor. He's a leading actor in Tamil Nadu. There is no doubt about it. But whether he can become a good politician is a one which only time can tell. As far as his political setup is concerned, or his fan base is concerned, it is just a frenzy mob which is masquerading as a political party. That is the behavior of that particular mob. If you see in the past, say for example 6-7 months, they don't have any direction, they don't have any ideology, or they don't have any professionalism. So with this level of an uncontrolled mob, whether Vijay will be able to make an entry is a big question mark. Secondly, Vijay is also facing two established political setup in Tamil Nadu, two established setup which has ruled Tamil Nadu for the past 70 years almost. And these two established political setup, whether it is DMK or ADMK, has got a minimum voter base. That minimum voter base is somewhere close to 26 to 27% in all the elections. Even in the worst case scenario, DMK has polled around 25%, and ADMK has also polled 25% in the past. So that forms the voter base. When that forms the voter base, whether Vijay can breach that voter base on his first election and convert that into seat is a question which we need to wait and watch.
Well, that's the big question. Will they be able to breach that? Because they're a challenger. We've seen that in other elections. When there's a new player at hand, they can do that. And therefore, Felix Gerald, I want you to come in on this. Let them make their opening comments.
Look at the kind of language that the DMK spokesperson is using. Frenzy mob and uncontrollable mob. Is there the term you used to call your own people, our own people? And they are literally, rattled. DMK is in rattle. Whatever the exit polls, say exit polls, they have all the pollsters are differing from 80 seats, and they forgot to take the account of grassroots reality. There is a huge amount of polls of vote percentage are polled, and the ground reality is completely different. In the past, most of these agencies have not predicted properly, and it helps for DMK to set a false narrative, and that's the only thing they are gaining out of it. The ground reality is we are forming the government with majority.
If you don't get the majority,
history.
Felix, if you don't get the majority, who will you go with? The DMK or the ADMK?
We are getting. Let us talk about other option. We are getting.
But even in the best case scenario, you're not getting clear majority. And the Axis India poll, which has given you the numbers, even they are not giving you a clear majority.
That's very conservative. That's very conservative. They have given. Very conservative. And the reality is much more. I have spoken to people. You go to Tamil Nadu and ask people. People would, 7 out of 10 will say they have voted for TVK. That's the amount of people.
Okay, that's the first time I've heard of an outlier poll being called a conservative one. I don't think I've heard of that before. Okay, Puducherry Gandhi before that, and then I go across to Gayatri.
One more thing you said.
This is what people like Felix or even the others like Axis are talking about. You have a voter base of 5.4 crore in Tamil Nadu. How many people you can personally meet? Even assuming that Vijay's agents are meeting the people, they can at the maximum meet and ask about 1,000 people or 2,000 people. That's it. How can that form an opinion? With 5.4 crore voters, you need to get at least 1.8 crore to
but
form
same logic applies to DMK, ADMK, Congress, BJP also.
DMK and ADMK are proven horses. They are all proven horses.
But you are being challenged. But you are being challenged this time. There's a challenge.
They are no more.
Only after the polls you can say whether we are being challenged.
Okay. Let me quickly bring in Gayatri at this point of time. Gayatri, the big question is this: that if your party falls short of majority, you are obviously in a pre-poll alliance with the BJP. Would you be open to a post-poll tie-up with parties such as the TVK if they do pick up the numbers? Gayatri.
There is no ifs and buts here. We are forming the government and we are very much confident about it. And really, in the ground, there was only one party who worked in the ground. Rest of the party, like DMK or TVK, they totally banked on the media. And even the exit polls also, it looks like a fantasy cricket for me. So they have their own personal favorites and they want TRP to go up. That's some of the polls are like that. And there is only few which is reliable exit polls we have seen. And definitely our leader, Edapadi K. Palaniswamy, he is very much confident on people. Our mandate, we believe in people's mandate and we believe in people's verdict.
Okay, Gayatri, we have one of the few exit pollsters that has predicted A.D.M.K. BJP victory in Tamil Nadu, and JVC Sriram is here with us. JVC, would you like to respond to Gayatri, who says that it's cricket fantasy, it's according to personal whims and fancies that pollsters give out results these days? Would you like to respond to it?
I think, I think people will keep, political parties have their own considerations and they will keep saying, and we keep doing our job. We get right some, we get wrong some. Okay, as long as when we get wrong, we go back to the drawing board, look at where we have gone wrong, what we could have done better, and we've incorporated. It has happened to me personally. After 2024 Lok Sabha elections, after the disappointment, I came back in Maharashtra. In times now only I presented the numbers. Again in Delhi, again in Bihar, we presented the numbers, knowing pretty well because there are several things which can go wrong. But we have to ensure that our job is done well. Say Bengal, somebody was saying that, they were not able to even, one pollster said he's not able to get answers from people. Now, Bengal is a place where people talk. In fact, people can give maximum talk only in Bengal. I should not be using such words. It's intellectual. That's all. Okay. But our team found difficulty. We found it difficult initially. Then we had to change the strategy. We didn't do the exit poll. We had to do a post poll. What does it mean that we didn't ask in the booth? We ask them to go to the areas, common areas, and ask there. So there are many methods. As far as Vijay is concerned, I think let's understand, Vijay is a phenomena as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned. Including me, I had said he is going to get around 20% votes. The reason is because I have made my calculations now between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock because Vijay's fans are first day, first show fans. Okay? So between 7 and 9, whatever polling happened, 75% of the polling went to Vijay. Because they went in groups, they went in large groups, went to the booths and voted for TVK. And the problem is, they're vociferous. Now a DMK voter and ADMK voter is not as vociferous as that of a TVK voter.
Right.
Because in a village, if you go, they will talk to you privately, a DMK or a ADMK supporter. But moment you go anywhere, Vijay supporter, you're honest, there are several instances where there are guys who came to me, why are you recording all those people? Why don't you record me also? I'm voting for Vijay. Then I asked him, how old are you? 16 years.
Okay, so that's the vociferous Vijay voter. Is he perhaps, is his voice being recognized because he's more loud than the other traditional voters? You agree with that contention?
So we have an example, Madhav, in 1989, first election after MGR's death. There were two, AIDMK parties were there. One was Jayalalitha, a lot of hype. Other was by Janki Ramchandran. And the DMK won without any hype because they were able to hold on to their base vote share. And Congress was also there, Rajiv Gandhi was also drawing crowd, but the victory went to DMK.
Right.
And therefore, I see in this election also, the hype is there with Vijay. He may get votes from AIDMK kitty, but the victory will be of DMK.
Okay, victory will be of DMK. Clear victory. You agree with that contention?
He might get a vote from AIDMK kitty.
No, because his contention is it's the anti-DMK vote that's being split. That is their contention.
Anti-DMK vote will go to TVK, I accept. But let's understand, I remember Vijay Kant's captain, when he contested first time, he got some 10% vote also. He also got 10% vote. Okay. And then the big bang, the captain is coming, captain is coming. I'm not comparing him with Vijay, but even then, he was equally strong.
Okay.
So let's wait. It's too early to write up the main political parties.
Okay. Let's quickly look at the next talking point before we quickly go across to our other panelists as well. The next big talking point is, of course, how BJP has grown in the state of West Bengal over the past several decades. 2011, in fact, it had got about 4.06% to 110.36%. In fact, that's the kind of growth that they had grown. In 2016, of course, then up to 10.16%, a 150.25% growth in 2021, 37.97% of the vote share, and 273.72% of growth. This is the source that is the ECI has in fact given out. Now, in fact, this is how BJP has grown in West Bengal from the margins to the main stage. In 2011, in fact, in terms of the seat share, in fact, the absolute growth in seats, the numbers, of course, we'll just have to quickly update over there because I don't think this is the exact numbers that we have. In 2016, the seats won were 3. The seat share was 1.02%. And in fact, let's quickly get in 2021, seats won was 77, seat share then at 27.19%, and therefore the growth in seats absolute was much higher. Let's quickly, of course, look at why Bengal matters for BJP specifically. The first reason is that it's one of the last big states where BJP is yet to win, nationally speaking. There's also the fact that a victory in Bengal weakens the India alliance further. The third reason is that it weakens one of the prominent anti-Modi voices that we've been saying, also could pave way for Bengal's first ever BJP chief minister as well. Further reduces India's footprint, nationally speaking, is reason 5. So let's quickly also get in how women have voted, particularly in the recent past. How women voted in 2021. This is Nari Shakti and the ballot impact. When it comes to TMC's voters, when it comes to upper caste women, 45% for TMC, 43% for the BJP. OBC women, 36% for TMC, 54% for BJP. Dalit women, 38% for TMC and 53% for the BJP. There's Adivasi women, 49% for TMC and 38% for the BJP here. And when it comes to Muslim women, 75% for TMC, 5% for the BJP. CSDS Lok Niti numbers that are there. And let me quickly take this across to Anirban. Anirban, very interesting statistic here, because despite the fact that Mamata Banerjee is present, there are large social chunks where women have voted, if not the same, perhaps even more for the BJP. Will that be repeated this time around? Anirban.
The entire vote percentage that the BJP has received since 2019, it's almost 90% of the left front. If you look at the numbers, the voting percentages of the Trinamool Congress from the 2011 elections, they have more or less steadfastly held on to their own vote percentage, the base voters, at around 43% average. In 2021, it went up to 48 point something. In 2024, it was again around 44, if I am not very wrong. So the TMC's vote percentage has always been around at that 43-44% mark. And on the other side, it was the left front that basically conceded the entire political ground to the BJP from the 2019 general elections. And from there on, you have seen the rise, the significant rise in numbers of the BJP. And therefore, if the left front manages to get back even 2% of their own votes, the BJP will basically go back under 50. They do not have much significant penetration in the society of West Bengal, let alone whatever the political allegiance might be. They are a complete outsider regarding their political culture. It's not about being an opposition party. It's not about being bringing your own political agenda that is different from that of the TMC or the CPIM or the Congress. It's their political history, their political culture that is in complete contradiction with whatever Bengal stands for. There have been multiple parties in West Bengal. They have competed against each other. There have been bloodshed even due to political reasons, I'll give you that. But never ever has a party come to our soil which is complete, not just incompatible with our soil, but basically they have an internal hatred for Bengal. They simply want to capture the power.
Big words being used.
Have no
big words being used. RP Singh, you want to respond to that? A party which has internal hatred for Bengal. Do you agree with that?
Sandesh Khali, Archikar, Durgapur, South Kolkata, Chatrangachi, hatred for women in Bengal. And ho gaya to ho gaya. This used to be dialogue of Mamata Banerjee after every rape incident. So this shows what sort of love he has for Ma in Bengal. But coming to the issue, he was talking about the percentage of vote. I was going through the percentage of 2024, left got something like 5.73%, 5.73%. In 2019, they got something like 6.34%. I mean, they are marginal players. They still stick on less than 7% vote. And also, in last assembly election, the CPM got something like 4.71%, and CPI got some 0.2. So they are depending on left this time. Imagine this. But people of Bengal have made up their mind. I was there in Bhuvanipur. I'm telling you, I will be here with you on 4th, and I'm giving you a challenge and accepting it that Bhawanipur, Mamata Banerjee is losing this time, like Sandesh Kali last time.
Okay, Bhawanipur, Mamata Banerjee is losing this time. You want to respond to that?
Last time also, if you remember, Mamata Banerjee had lost her seat.
So she's going to lose again, you're saying?
But the TMC had won.
Nandigram,
But the TMC had won, and it had won quite astonishingly well. So if
Are you saying that's what's happening again?
So, no, what I'm saying is that Mamata Banerjee Mamata Banerjee losing doesn't mean that TMC is losing. And the panic you can see on behalf of BJP is that the I.P.A.C co-founder gets bail after elections. The agency that is managing TMC's election management.
Say funds.
They have been.
But who was panicking at the stadiums and counting centers yesterday?
You have to realize.
Who was there at the stadiums, counting centers, saying that this video shows something with the election?
So you have to realize. No, Madhav. You have to realize that when Narendra Modi was doing well nationally, he couldn't win Bengal. Now, when he is down to 240 seats at the national level, to say that he has the same aura that he had in 2014, 2019,
we won Haryana.
I would be surprised if this happens, and that's why you see what happened in SIR, where there are presiding officers who say their name is not there on they couldn't vote.
You want to respond to one moment.
Maharashtra, we won Bihar, we won Haryana after that.
Yeah.
No, if Mamata Banerjee loses Bhawanipur, which she had won by 58,823 votes, that means the TMC will not get a single seat. It's very simple. Last time, what you're referring to, she lost from Nandigram, but she won from Bhawanipur with a 58,000 margin, as you understand.
This time she is losing Bhawanipur. I'll take you out for a lunch.
आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर.
I'll take you out for a lunch. नहीं, मैं आपको बढ़िया माछ खिलाऊंगा. बढ़िया माछ खिलाऊंगा.
No, मुझे खाने का कोई शौक नहीं है. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, if she is losing, then the entire TMC is losing. It's very simple.
Okay.
That's very
So
right.
March has entered political discourse from Kolkata to the Noida studios here as well. But you want to quickly comment on the point that he was making earlier?
Yes. So one thing is to say that there's an agency which manages elections, and to basically say that the entire electoral machinery of Mamata Banerjee was taken over by I.P.A.C, and because I.P.A.C was kind of targeted, the entire electoral machinery of a cadre-based party like TMC was attacked is a far-fetched this. And if that has happened, then it clearly goes on to show the kind of rot the political culture in Bengal has reduced to. Look, it's one thing to talk about regional autonomy, identity and all of that, and I completely give it to any regional sentiment, be it that in Tamil Nadu with DMK and A.I.D.A, but to assume that a certain person or a certain party has a trademark of sorts on Bengali nationalism, Bengali identity, is also wrong. Of course, BJP cannot rely on central leadership. It cannot rely on, a coalition of sorts of a national campaign strategy everywhere. I agree, local leadership needs to be groomed. All of that is correct. But you also realize, Madhav, that this election was not just about identity plus governance. It was about identity, governance, which was absolutely debunked step by step from by-elections till now by the BJP. So you also have to give credit to the organizational might of the national party which was trying to make inroads.
The ideological impact. Anirban, I want you to answer this question. It's not just about identity, it's also about governance, failures of governance as well that have come in from the national capital, and that's why you see the national level the party has been so active. Anirban, respond to her. Okay, I think we've lost that line there with Anirban.
See,
go ahead.
I would never say that any specific party has any license over the Bengali identity thing, but every party, every political party and organization except for the RSS BJP has got that license. The RSS BJP has got nothing but hatred for our people, our soil. And that is the reason our soil will never accept this party, that is the Bharatiya Janata Party, whom we basically refer to as outsiders. It is not just because, don't interrupt. It's not just because these are people and leaders from any other state. We welcome people from every state. We have love for them. We only have love for those people who have love for us. These people, they at any cost want to capture power and turn us into a colony of the what we refer to as the cow belt, states.
Okay. Subrata wants to counter that.
No, Anirban should know history before. One of the cow belt states, which is Bihar, was a part of Bengal, presidency. So please, let's not get there, Anirban. You need to get your historical facts correct. The point is simple, Madhav. RJ Kar case happened during Mamata Banerjee's time. A woman leader who actually rose from writers' building way back in the early 2000s or 1990s, fighting a case of a rape of a woman, has actually reduced herself to somebody who slut-shamed a journalist when she was, when she was gang raped in Kolkata. To the RJ Kar case, nobody is going, nobody is out there hating your state. It's Mamata Banerjee who hates women of Bengal.
Okay, but I
That's
must come in on
I don't
this.
want to acknowledge.
Yeah.
How can you expect something from people who give me a second, sir? How can you expect something from people like who support Anurudh Mandal, who man was known for cow smuggling, who's facing cases because of cow smuggling? I mean, that's why he's talking about the cow belt. I mean, that's the hatred they have for the cows.
Okay, let's go one by one, and I want to bring in larger picture. Ashutosh, you can come in on this. Rahul Gandhi over here in Delhi, he attacks the centre for misuse of agencies, central government, so on and so forth. He goes to West Bengal and he starts attacking Mamata Banerjee on issues of law and order. In fact, I believe we have that graphic also. If you can quickly bring up the graphic on what are the issues on which Rahul has actually attacked Mamata Banerjee in this particular election. Let's quickly bring that up before we discuss that. On issues of law and order, on issues of governance, on issues of corruption, he says that the TMC government protects the accused. This is the statement of Rahul Gandhi, not of BJP. He has also gone on to further attack Mamata Banerjee. Quickly bring up those graphics, please. There's no accountability by the TMC government, says Rahul Gandhi. Next, he says in Bengal, jobs are tied to links with the TMC. He further says ordinary people are left helpless in Bengal. And these are some of the statements coming from Rahul Gandhi. How do you explain this? And if this is the level of opposition unity you see during assembly election, how do you expect to coordinate on the floor of the parliament if these are the attacks coming in?
So Congress is fighting on all the 294 seats. And if you remember, before the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, Mamata Banerjee was trying to form a third front with TRS and Akhilesh Yadav. That didn't happen. And when he says this, when Rahul Gandhi points this out, it's a sad case where the Bengali voters are stuck between the devil and the deep sea, whether it be TMC or BJP, two failed governments. So that's what he's speaking about. Mamata Banerjee has never been a part of, you keep trying to paint her as being part of a India bloc. She has never been there when she was
I want to answer this. Anirban, how will the TMC and the Congress function together at the central level? If this is the level of discourse and these are the kind of adjectives that Rahul is using for Mamata Banerjee and her governance.
2029 general elections, the opposition will be led by Mamata Banerjee. It won't be the Congress, it won't be Rahul Gandhi.
There you have it.
You have to win elections, you have to stop the BJP, and for the other parties, apart from the Congress, in the India bloc, they rely on the Trinamool Congress, they rely on the leadership of Mamata Banerjee, and it will be her who is going to lead the fight against the BJP at the national pan-India level.
Okay, Rashid, quick response. I'm coming to you as well.
The point, if Mamata wins, the four-time chief minister, she will be definitely a contender. I am glad that the BJP and national media is giving so much importance to Rahul Gandhi's statement. What is Rahul pointing at? Rahul is also pointing at Mamata Banerjee's own track record of aligning with the BJP, not once but twice. As Mahajot, she was a minister in Bajpayee government.
Okay.
So but the fact that the BJP is clutching to that, Rahul straw, that look, this is what Rahul has said, that she will lose. This I find it very amusing and interesting.
No, it's not just BJP. I think it's all there for all of us to see. Shubhrashta.
I think I was just making notes about what this means for national politics. I think India's federal structure is politically alive and kicking. All these elections show that, which means that excessive centralization of electoral power that has been the central narrative of India alliance is really not going to happen. Now, what is going to happen to the opposition space? It is fragmented. And I absolutely agree with Anirban. I don't think it's whether the TMC or the DMK or the RJD, any of these regional satraps who are very, very powerful in their own right, I don't think they should, make Rahul Gandhi the poll star in this entire thing.
I have some takeaways from Tamil Nadu also, and the Tamil Nadu guests are also waiting. Let's quickly go across to what's happening in terms of the scenario of Tamil Nadu. If TVK gets up to 20 to 40 seats in scenario 1, the result is that TVK and ADMK, a tie-up is possible. This is what some of them are speculating, and the result could be that Vijay could be deputy CM, although Vijay says he's going to be nothing less than chief minister, or perhaps a sharing of terms as well. A possible scenario. The second scenario in Tamil Nadu is if TVK gets about 90 seats seats, as some are predicting. Once again, a tie-up possible over here, and who will be the chief minister in such a situation remains to be seen. There's a third scenario as well, if you can quickly bring up that graphic as well, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. TVK getting more than 100 seats, tie-up possible between TVK and Congress party. Is that a likely possibility as well? We don't know at this point of time, but certainly, of course, who is going to get in as far as which vote bank is concerned is also very interesting to see when it comes to the caste-wise breakup. This is, of course, Axis Minds exit poll, and this is the details coming in. When it comes to SC, DMK certainly has the edge. TVK also a huge chunk. Scheduled tribes are 47 at TVK, and ST at, of course, 32 for DMK as well. When it comes to OBCs, again, TVK having the edge here, OBC at 31. When it comes to Muslims, DMK, of course, at 64, 25 for the TVK, 53% when it comes to Christian votes. And surprising there that Vijay has not been able to breach as much, 31% for TVK as well. And when it comes to Brahmin at 28, 20 and 40, although this is just about 2 to 3% chunk of Tamil Nadu's electorate. AIDMK and others in terms of the alliance not able to really make huge inroads as far as these particular bases are concerned, except for the Brahmin as well as the OBC numbers that you can see over here. And there's also, of course, larger national takeaways as far as the DMK is concerned. What really will be the impact? An unprecedented second straight term for DMK and for MK Stalin strengthens DMK's position as an anti-BJP force, also gives MK Stalin a bigger say in the India bloc. Is there going to be an alternative alliance coming in is a big question. Regional pride plan gains traction in the south as well, further boosts India's anti-delimitation pitch as well. Let me quickly take this across, and I want to go right back to Pugar Gandhi. Pugar Gandhi, the question on many people's minds is that, like Anirban of the TMC just said, that it's going to be Mamata Banerjee who's going to lead the alliance. Are we looking at Stalin also playing a role? And the friction between the DMK and Congress is not something that is hidden from everyone. That's quite clear. Is that going to impact on national elections and national politics as well?
No, I don't think so, because currently the relationship between Congress and DMK is very stable and stubborn. So both of them together fought the elections, and we are waiting for the results. So there is no difference of opinion between Congress and DMK anymore.
No, Stalin did not share the stage with Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi didn't wish him on his birthday. All these things are out there to see. Fighting over seats, fighting over share in cabinet, all that is out there in the public domain.
These are all reading between the lines. There is nothing much important about all this. So because of the logistical issues, Mr. Rahul Gandhi was unable to share dice with our Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin. But if the media gives any intention, we cannot answer all this.
Logistical issues, why he couldn't wish him happy birthday on Twitter also?
He was in Nicobar. Logical issue is that he was in Nicobar. Mr. Rahul Gandhi was more busy in Nicobar.
Okay, let me come in. Okay, Rashid wants to come in on this. Rashid.
I heard from the Congress sources that there was a tinge of regret why the Congress did not ally with TVK. With Vijay.
Yes. Yeah.
So if that's a thing, if that's a sentiment, then I don't see great future for the Congress-DMK alliance.
That's a very important point. And in fact, Gerald Felix, I want you to come in on this. You know, will the TVK be open to tying up with the Congress? Because the Congress was clearly, at least a section of it, was very heavily trying to woo the TVK. Is that going to happen post-poll?
One thing I can definitely tell you that the Congress is not happy with DMK, and TMC is not happy with the DMK. TMC, Mamata Banerjee is calling BJP B team. DMK as a BJP B team, and you know there is an open rift between Rahul Gandhi and the DMK leadership. So there is no question of hung assembly and things like that. We definitely, you will understand on the 4th of May that we are forming with majority. So there is no question of post-electoral alliance with DMK or Congress. But definitely this is going to be a very big new start for the entire country.
Okay.
A new change is going to come from Tamil Nadu, that it is going to spread across the nation. That you will witness.
New change in Tamil Nadu, but how will it alternate the politics in the national capital? Will Mamata Banerjee then lead the alliance? Will DMK be part of the alliance? And is Congress going to be kept out of it? That's a big national impact if that happens.
There will be a crack.
Vijay has said that he doesn't like BJP. He doesn't like DMK, but he also doesn't like BJP. So this at the national level,
automatically he likes Congress.
At the national level,
enemy is a friend. Is that the logic?
No, I also don't see a possibility.
People who have not liked the BJP and have joined the BJP recently goes on to say a lot about
That's a washing machine.
if Vijay has those deficiencies which can be caught by BJP to turn him, then it's another matter. But he has openly said that he's anti-BJP.
Okay, and Mamta had actually split during UPA regime. I think you recollect that as well.
And in Tamil Nadu, we have seen people like MGR springing surprises. So if Vijay wins...
No, but MGR, as I said, MGR sprung surprises after being in politics for quite some time. Yeah, but James...
Although we have to understand one thing. Based on my exit poll, I'm saying the party which is performing very poorly in Tamil Nadu in the DMK alliance. DMK is doing fine, absolutely no problem. It is the Congress which is contesting in 28 seats. Mark my words, they are now reduced, they may be reduced to 2 to 7 seats.
2 to 7 seats.
2 to 7. The problem is the 58 seats which the DMK has given it to the allies. 8 seats to VCK, 7 gone. 10 seats to DMDK, 9 gone. And 28 seats to... So Congress...
No, but why? Are you saying that the vote transfer is not happening between the allies? What's happening?
Absolutely. See, SC votes have moved completely from VCK to TVK. Christian votes have partially moved from Congress to TVK in South. Because in Kolachal, in Kanyakumari, which is a Congress bastion, now there is a tough fight going on between Congress and TVK.
Okay.
At Tiruchendur, where there is a sizable Nadar Christian population, the fight is between TVK and DMK.
Okay.
So, let's understand that. Why my numbers show what it shows is basically because Congress is losing its relevance.
Okay, Congress is losing. Gayatri Raguraman, I want you to come in on the changing politics of Tamil Nadu. Are you expecting a big change on the 4th when counting happens?
See, I can tell you one thing. Yes, Mr. Vijay is a big star, and definitely DMK is rattled because they also belong to cinema family, and all the cinema votes, he's going to take it. So, but when it comes to outside Chennai city, it is completely different, and we have strong leaders. ADMK has strong leaders who goes to the ground, meets the people, and delivers the whatever scheme is given by AIADMK. So I think, you know what, we are having a total different. Whatever we see in the exit polls are going to be totally different when it comes to...
Okay, totally different numbers coming in from the exit poll. Quick closing comment, 20 seconds.
Very small. This election is going to redefine the opposition space in the country. One is going to erode left out of the opposition space altogether, and left will be no more there after this. And also, there will be realigns. I mean, a friend from TMC is saying so, a friend from DMK is saying so. I mean, everyone is saying that they don't accept Rahul Gandhi as the leader, and there will be redefinition of leader of opposition also, and also what will be the composition of the opposition after this. Who will lead the opposition party?
So you started off saying Congress Mukh Bharat, you're ending the debate saying Communist Mukh Bharat. We'll have to leave it over there. I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Anirban Banerjee, Felix Gerald, Gayatri Raguraman, Pugar Gandhi, as well as our guests here in the studio, Ashutosh Mishra, Rashid Kidwai, as well as JVC Sriram, Shubhrashta, RP Singh. Thanks so much for joining us on this edition of the national debate on what's expected to be a mini general election. All eyes on the 4th when the counting takes place. Whose fortunes will change? Will there be huge tectonic shifts here at the national capital as well? That's what we're going to be watching out for. Thanks so much for joining us.